All right, fifth graders. So yesterday we talked about expressions versus equations. Think in your head right now, can you remember what the difference is? I hope you're saying an expression does not have an equal sign and an equation does. So today we are going to look at order of operation, and what order of operation really means is it's telling you the way that you solve a problem. So the steps you take when you solve the problem. So we are going to use the idea of gems. What this means is each letter stands for something in the problems. So our first thing we're going to do is grouping. That means any parentheses that you see, you are going to solve that problem first. Next is exponents. So when you look at exponents, those are those numbers, x to the 3, x to the 2, 5 to the 4, whatever it might be. That would be your next thing that you are going to solve. Your third thing that you're going to solve is any multiplication or division. So if we have multiplication and division in the same thing, you are then going to go from left to right. Just like when you read, you are going from left to right. So, and then our last thing is you're going to subtract or add any problems that are there. Okay, so gems, remember that. Grouping, exponents, multiply, divide, subtract, and add. These are on the same levels as each other, so you can do them at the same time. So we are going to look at an example today. This is the method that would be really, really helpful for you to do when you are solving your problems. So if we look at this right now, I have underlined for you 9 plus 2, and I have underlined for you 12 minus 4. You should be saying in your head, gems, grouping, that's the first thing that I have to do. So when you do this, 9 plus 2, you get 11. And when you do 12 minus 4, you get 8. Do you see how I put that right underneath the line? This is the tricky part. This is what's really, really important, is that I didn't do anything with this multiply, with this 3, or with this minus, which means I bring those straight down where those are, where our numbers are. So our new numbers that we're solving right now in our same problem are 11 times 3 minus 8. Now you know we don't have any exponents, so next we go to multiply and divide. I underline that 11 times 3 because I know that comes before subtraction. So we go 11 times 3 is 33. I didn't touch this minus, so I just bring it straight down. And I didn't touch this 8, so I bring it straight down. Now I have that last level, that subtract and add. I have 33 minus 8 to get me my answer of 25. So it's really important, if you see it kind of makes a triangle, it should be getting smaller as you are doing. Here's the big thing you need to remember. Bring down all other numbers in exact same order. I can't move my 3 over here. I have to bring it down in the same position that it is. So let's take a look at our next one. Here we go. We have 8 times 7 plus, in parentheses, 6 times 4 minus 12 divided by 2. So we look at this in our head. Parentheses, grouping, that's our first thing. I underline 6 times 4, and I underline 12 divided by 2 because I have to do both of those first. I get my answer. I get 24 and I get 6. I put those under. I didn't touch this minus though, so it has to go right in between. I didn't touch my 8, my times, my 7, or my plus. Those also come in between. Now we look here. Am I going to subtract? Am I going to add? Or am I going to multiply? What is your next step? You should be saying multiply. I underline my 8 times 7. 8 times 7 is 56. When I do this, I bring down my plus, I bring down my 24, I bring down my minus, and I bring down my 6. I didn't use those yet. Now we have a plus and we have a minus. We know from right here that subtract and add are on our same level, which means we get to just go from left to right. So we would do 56 plus 24, which you get 80. And then when you get to 80, then I take 80 minus 6 to get my answer of 74. So big things you need to remember when you are solving problems is you need to look at and underline the things that you are solving. And you need to make sure if you didn't use something, you are bringing that number straight down or that variable or operation straight down. Go Rocket, fifth graders.